This video is brought to you by WPForms. In this video, I'll walk you through how to add image choices in your WordPress forms. This is a great way to boost engagement on your forms and give a great visual representation to what you're wanting people to pick on your multiple choice. So if you're ready, let's dive in. To get started, let's head over to our WordPress dashboard, and we'll need to go to our plugins area, add new. We'll be installing a plugin, and the plugin we're looking for is WPForms. This is the one we want, so let's go ahead and click install now. You'll also want to stick around to activate WPForms as well. Great, now it's activated, you can either scroll down here to create your first form, or if you ever need to come back, you can just go to the left, WPForms, and click add new. From here, we're going to name it. And for the purpose of this form, I'm just going to fill out something like a fruit box order form. So we're going to have a lot of fruit for them to choose from. And you can choose from any of these templates, or you can create one from a blank form. But let's go ahead and start with a simple contact form. It'll have most of the fields that we need, and then we can build on from that. From here, we're going to add a multiple choice. And this will also work if you do checkbox. So if you wanted to allow them to do multiples, you could do that as well. So I'm going to drag this up in between the comment section and the email section. Once we pull over the multiple choice, we can click on it, and you see over here we have choices to add. You can do text if you want, but as you see down here, we also have a check mark to say to use image choices. So we're going to click that. And now you see that you have upload image up below all the choices. So you can fill out the information, and then you'll also want to upload the image. Notice down here that it says that images are not cropped or resized. So you definitely want to do some image editing before you upload them. And their best size is 250 by 250 or smaller. I'm going to just upload an image. And then you'll want to keep doing it for all the rest of the options. Now by default, 3 show up here, but if you need to add more, simply click on the little plus icon for however many more you need to add. And as you add them, you see that the images are coming over here in 2 columns. And if you need to change any of it, you can scroll down and open up the advanced options. And from here, you can either randomize the choices. You can also change the image choice style from modern to classic to none. And that's basically just the surrounding of it. It gives just a little bit of a different padding and a little bit different feel, like a border around here. You can also change the choice layout. By default, it's showing inline, but you can do 1, 2, or 3 columns. And you see it adjusting in the preview for you as well. You can also choose to hide label, and that will simply remove these items here. And that might make sense for certain things, like maybe if you're doing a logo contest and you really don't need to showcase what each item is. But for most people, it might make sense to keep the labels underneath the images. Great, that looks pretty good. And then you can also just change any of the other fields. For instance, I just prefer to have a simple field instead of first and last, so I always change the name to that. You can also maybe change the comment or message to delivery instructions if this is something like a fruit box order form. But it makes it very easy to change the form over here. And you can also choose whether or not to make it a required field here. Great, that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and save it. And the next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and add it to our website. So we're going to exit out of here, and you can choose to make this in a post or a page. For this one, we're going to create a new page, and I'm just going to call it fruit box order. And we can click on the little plus icon for the block. If you don't see it down here in the most used area, then you can search for WPForms. And then we'll click on this, and then that'll bring WPForms in. But we also want to click on the drop down to get the contact form that we've been working on. And then you can see a nice preview of what it will look like here. Now that we've gotten all that done, we can go ahead and click publish, and then we can see what it will look like on our site. And so now you see the fruit box order form that we just created with images. And you can tell when you've made this selection, it'll have a checkbox. If you want to change your mind, you can click on any of the others, and then that is showing the selection that you want. You can fill it out and then click submit when you're done. And then some really cool features about WP Forms Pro or Higher is you can actually add things, different add-ons such as payment processing. You can collect payments online via Stripe or PayPal. There are so many more things that you can do to automate your business processes using WP Forms. To get started, just head over to WP Forms/WP Beginner to get the best discount on WP Forms. And thanks for watching.